Welcome to All for Sleep channel, your destination for calm stories and quiet nights. Take a deep breath, and let's get lost in tonight's documentary. And don't forget to subscribe. Chapter 1. The Silent Giant, the Origin and Meaning of Trees. Before humans learned to speak, before animals learned to fear, before the sky carried birds, trees already ruled the earth. They stood in silence, rooted yet alive, witnessing the birth of continents, the rise and fall of oceans, and the slow evolution of life itself. Trees are not just plants. They are the architects of Earth's atmosphere, the keepers of time, and the silent guardians of life. This is the story of trees. 1. The beginning of green life. Around 470 million years ago, Earth was a hostile place. The land was barren, lifeless, and scorched by ultraviolet radiation. Life existed only in the oceans. Then, something revolutionary happened. Primitive plants began to crawl out of water. These early ancestors of trees were simple: no leaves, no bark, no wood. But they carried a powerful secret: photosynthesis. They could convert sunlight into energy and release oxygen as a byproduct. This single process changed the destiny of the planet. As oxygen levels rose, Earth's atmosphere slowly transformed. The ozone layer formed, shielding life from deadly solar radiation. Land became habitable, and from this quiet revolution, trees would eventually emerge. 2. The first trees on Earth. The first true trees appeared around 385 million years ago, during the Devonian period. One of the earliest known tree-like organisms was Archaeopteris. Unlike modern trees, Archaeopteris looked like a fern but had wood similar to today's trees. This combination allowed it to grow tall, something no plant had done before. Height changed everything. Growing taller meant better access to sunlight. It meant dominance. It meant power. Trees became the first skyscrapers of Earth. Their roots dug deep into the soil, breaking rocks, creating fertile land. Rivers changed course. Mountains eroded faster. Trees didn't just adapt to Earth, they reshaped it. 3. Trees and the creation of forests. As trees multiplied, they didn't grow alone. They formed forests. Forests became the first complex land ecosystems. Under their shade, new plants evolved. Insects emerged. Amphibians crawled onto land. Reptiles followed. Forests became cradles of life. Dead trees fell and decomposed, enriching soil with nutrients. This organic matter locked carbon underground, cooling the planet over millions of years. Without trees, Earth might still be a greenhouse planet, hot, unstable, and unlivable. 4. The secret language of trees. For centuries, humans believed trees were passive, lifeless beings. Modern science revealed something astonishing. Trees communicate. Beneath forests lies a vast underground network of fungi known as the mycorrhizal network, often called the Wood Wide Web. Through this network, trees share nutrients, warn each other of insect attacks, support sick or young trees, even recognize their own offspring. Older trees, known as mother trees, act as hubs, distributing resources across the forest. A forest is not a collection of individuals. It is one living system. 5. Timekeepers of the planet. Trees are among the oldest living organisms on Earth. Some bristlecone pine trees in the United States are over 5,000 years old. They were alive before pyramids were built. Before written language existed. Each ring inside a tree trunk records a year of history: droughts, floods, volcanic eruptions, climate changes. Trees are natural historians, preserving Earth's memory in wood. By studying tree rings, scientists have reconstructed climates from thousands of years ago, something no machine can replicate. 6. Trees and the breath of life. Every breath you take carries the gift of trees. Through photosynthesis, trees absorb carbon dioxide, release oxygen, store carbon in wood. One mature tree can absorb up to 22 kilograms of CO per year. Forests act as Earth's lungs. Remove them, and the planet suffocates. This balance between trees and atmosphere is delicate. When forests disappear, carbon returns to the air, temperatures rise, and climate systems collapse. Trees are not optional. They are essential. 7. Sacred trees and human belief. Long before science, humans sensed the power of trees. Across cultures, trees were sacred, the Bodhi tree under which Buddha attained enlightenment. The Yggdrasil, the world tree in Norse mythology. Sacred groves in India and Africa. The tree of life in countless religions. People worshipped trees not out of ignorance, but respect. They understood something modern humans often forget: life depends on trees.
8. The stillness that sustains the world. Trees do not chase. They do not fight. They do not flee. They stand. In that stillness lies immense power. While animals consume, trees create. While humans destroy, trees rebuild. While civilizations collapse, trees endure. A tree's silence is not weakness. It is patience measured in centuries. 9. The fragile beginning of a giant. Every massive tree begins as a fragile seed. Carried by wind, water, or animals, most seeds fail. They are eaten, crushed, or dried out. Only a few survive. This struggle mirrors life itself. Trees teach resilience without movement, strength without violence, and growth without noise. 10. The first chapter ends, the forest begins. Trees are not background scenery. They are the foundation of Earth's story. In the next chapter, we will explore how trees evolved into thousands of species, how they adapted to deserts, rainforests, mountains, and frozen lands, and how evolution turned trees into masters of survival. Chapter 2. Masters of Adaptation. How trees conquered every corner of Earth. When the first trees rose above the land, survival was not guaranteed. Earth was unpredictable: violent storms, shifting climates, volcanic winters, scorching heat, and frozen darkness tested every living organism. Most life failed. Trees did not. Instead, they adapted. This chapter is the story of how trees transformed themselves again and again, evolving into thousands of forms, each perfectly shaped for the environment it inhabits. From frozen tundras to burning deserts, from flooded swamps to cloud-piercing mountains, trees learned one truth better than any other life form. To survive, you must change without losing your roots. 1. Evolution through patience. Evolution is often imagined as dramatic and fast, but trees evolve differently. They evolve slowly, across tens of thousands, sometimes millions, of years. Each generation carries tiny changes: thicker bark, deeper roots, smaller leaves, flexible branches. Alone, these changes seem insignificant. Together, they mean survival. Unlike animals, trees cannot run from danger. They face droughts, fires, pests, and ice exactly where they stand. Their only weapon is adaptation. And it has worked. Today, There are over 60,000 known tree species on Earth, each one a result of environmental pressure and evolutionary intelligence. 2. Leaves, solar panels of survival. The leaf is one of the most important evolutionary inventions in the history of life. Leaves are not just green surfaces. They are highly specialized solar panels designed to capture sunlight, regulate water loss, and exchange gases. Different environments demanded different leaf designs. Rainforest trees evolved large, wide leaves to capture limited sunlight under dense canopies. Many also developed drip tips to quickly shed excess rain and prevent fungal growth. Desert trees evolved tiny, needle-like leaves or lost them entirely to reduce water loss. Cold region trees developed needle-shaped leaves coated with wax, allowing snow to slide off easily without breaking branches. Every leaf tells a story of struggle with climate. 3. Roots, the hidden intelligence underground. If leaves are a tree's face, roots are its brain. Roots do far more than anchor trees. They search for water, detect nutrients, communicate with fungi, and even avoid obstacles underground. In different environments, roots evolved unique strategies. Deep taproots in arid regions reach underground water sources. Wide-spreading roots in rainforests help stabilize tall trees in shallow soil. Aerial roots, seen in mangroves and banyan trees, allow breathing in oxygen-poor, waterlogged soils. 4. The rise of forest layers. As trees diversified, forests became vertically complex. Instead of competing only horizontally, trees evolved vertically, forming layers. 1. Emergent layer, the tallest giants reaching sunlight. 2. Canopy, the dense green roof of the forest. 3. Understory, smaller trees and shrubs. 4. Forest floor, mosses, fungi, and seedlings. Each layer created new ecological niches. Birds, insects, mammals, and microorganisms evolved alongside trees, depending on them completely. Forests became living cities, structured, efficient, and interconnected. 5. Trees that learn to burn. Fire is one of nature's most destructive forces. But some trees did not just survive fire, they embraced it. In fire-prone regions, trees evolved remarkable strategies. Thick bark to protect living tissue. Fire-resistant seeds that only germinate after exposure to heat. Self-pruning branches that reduce fire spread. Pine forests, eucalyptus trees, and certain savanna species depend on fire to eliminate competitors and recycle nutrients. Fire, for these trees, is not an enemy. It is a tool. 6. Frozen survival. Trees of the cold. In icy climates, trees face a different challenge. Freezing water can kill cells. Cold-adapted trees evolved. Flexible branches that bend under snow. Needle-like leaves with antifreeze compounds. Dark-colored bark to absorb heat. Some trees enter deep dormancy, slowing internal processes almost to a stop. They wait months, sometimes years, for favorable conditions. This ability to pause life without dying is one of the greatest evolutionary achievements of trees. 7. Trees of water and flood. While some trees struggle to find water, others grow in places with too much of it. Mangrove forests thrive in salty, flooded coastal zones where most plants would die. They evolved. Salt-filtering roots. Breathing roots that rise above water. Seeds that germinate while still attached to the parent tree. These forests protect coastlines from storms, prevent erosion, and serve as nurseries for marine life. Trees learn to live where land and water collide. 8. Longevity as a strategy. Many trees chose a simple survival strategy: outlive everything else. By growing slowly and conserving energy, long-lived trees reduce the risk of extinction. A tree that lives thousands of years experiences fewer generations and fewer chances for fatal genetic mistakes. Longevity allows trees to wait out disasters that wipe out faster living species. When the environment recovers, trees are still standing. 9. The price of specialization. Adaptation is powerful, but risky. Trees that become highly specialized can thrive in one environment, but struggle if conditions change suddenly. This is why climate change is such a serious threat today. Evolution takes time. Climate change is happening fast. Trees that took millions of years to adapt may not have decades to adjust. 10. A planet shaped by adapted giants. Every forest on Earth is a museum of adaptation. Each tree species represents countless failures, extinctions, and experiments carried out by nature over deep time. The survivors are not lucky, they are refined. Trees didn't conquer Earth through speed or strength. They conquered it through adaptation, patience, and persistence. Closing of Chapter 2. In the next chapter, we will move closer to humanity and explore the ancient relationship between trees and early humans. How trees provided shelter, tools, fire, medicine, and shaped civilizations long before modern technology existed. As our story comes to a close, may your rest be deep and restorative. If this helped you find calm tonight, consider subscribing to All for Sleep channel for more restful journeys. Rest easy, and we will see you in the next one.